It is the fastest 2 minutes in sports. Later today, 20 horses and their jockeys will race in the 152nd Kentucky Derby. One of the favorites is Further Ado, who already won a race at Churchill Downs last year. Watching from the stands today will be a member of Further Ado's ownership team, Mark Toothaker. Now, he's celebrated a Kentucky Derby victory before, but he says this will be his most special race yet after suffering a health scare that he believes was triggered in a most unusual way.
Horses have been at the center of Mark Toothaker's life since he was a teenager.
My dad took me to the racetrack when I was 15. I'd never seen anything like it.
He's a talent scout of sorts for Spendthrift Farms in Kentucky, finding the best racehorses to buy and breed. And he's had a hand in Kentucky Derby winners like Authentic, Mandaloon, Orb, and last year's champion, Sovereignty.
Horses have been good to me and good to my family.
This year, he's hoping to be in the winner's circle again with Further Ado, who's a 6-1 favorite to win the first leg of the Triple Crown.
He's such a cool horse. He's not the biggest horse, but he's so athletic. I mean, it's a special race, and just to have one in there is a blessing.
But for Toothaker, who's attended every Kentucky Derby since 2004, this year's race is an even bigger blessing.
Well, it was crazy. I mean, and the thing is, I had no idea.
The devoted New England Patriots fan was watching his team face the New York Giants on Monday Night Football in December when this happened.
47-yard try now by Younghoe Koo, and he stumbled. Whoops. I guess that goes down as a miss.
I don't know. He never touched the ball.
The blooper went viral.
Giants kicker Younghoe Koo with what might be the worst field goal attempt of all time.
Eli, it's like one of your fat 9-irons you hit. You just all brash.
And sportscasters weren't the only ones laughing.
When the kid, missed the kick, I laughed. My wife was reading a book, and she said, "What are you laughing about?" And I said, "Well, I've never seen anything like this."
The play reminding Toothaker of something else.
It's almost like Snoopy. And back when I was a kid, when Lucy pulled the ball away.
Would you like to see how that looked on instant replay?
But the laughter was short-lived.
But we rewound it, played it. We both laughed, and then, I felt a shock in my left arm, and then I never felt anything else. Had no pain, anything after that. Didn't wake up again, and for 25 minutes, my wife said from the time it got me to the hospital.
Toothaker suffered a seizure. At the hospital, doctors discovered a brain tumor the size of a tennis ball. The diagnosis came as a shock.
So many people said, they knew they had something wrong with them. I had no idea.
Do you think your reaction to that play had anything to do with this happening?
I think it provoked it somehow, just the laughing,
Toothaker credits his wife, Mallory, a nurse, with saving him.
If you weren't sitting at home with your wife watching TV, what do you think would have happened?
Oh, I could have died. I'm on the road all the time. And so I'm alone in hotels all the time when I'm on the road. If I had to go through this, I'm glad I had a wife that's a nurse. She's learned all about what forever means and for better or worse.
The tumor was benign, and Toothaker was home from the hospital within 24 hours, suffering no long-term effects except for a few headaches.
It's a small price to pay to still be here with my family.
But he does feel for Koo, who was cut by the Giants shortly after the missed kick.
I felt bad for the kicker. I did for sure, on that. And to be like, I laughed at his expense.
Toothaker has reached out, hoping maybe the football player, whose blooper saved his life, may want to check out a different sport.
And I'd love to have him come to the races or come visit Spendthrift. It'd be my honor to come out and show him around this beautiful farm that we have here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Isn't that a crazy story?
I cannot believe the details of this story.
I know.
A tumor the size of a tennis ball, and they took it out.
He was home within 24 hours. But Mark is just such a wonderful human. We are rooting for Further Ado.
Yes, we are.
I'm now a fan, so go out and win it.
And I hope that Koo, the kicker, does reply so they can get together, and some more good can come from his, moment that I'm sure he didn't love.
Yeah, he didn't love that.